Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is WRSR Soviet Republic. Of course you know that because otherwise you probably wouldn't have clicked on this. But we are here. First, this blue little guy can totally carry the trams that I need. So that's excellent, which means I can add another mode of transport to the city, which is very important because currently my happiness is 72%. That's not awesome. I will see if I can address that today. I've seen a video by Dennis Show. I'm pretty sure he's German too. Yeah, saw a video from him and he had some interesting points in there, some which align really well with what I always say and some are just a little different. I put that in the community post if you want to see that. Seems like a good guy, small channel, 200 people, 300 people hopefully by now, maybe 1,000 by now, that'd be awesome. Let's get some more workers and resources creators just exposed, and if they have some good stuff to show, then hey, send it my way. But I digress. I asked you in a different community post what you wanted me to do next, and one of the things that kind of stuck out was you do want me to do the full electronics component chain. So I'm going to try to do that today. Well, I'm not going to lie. What I'm going to show you, it took me a little longer than I expected it would tell me, but it's something that you should probably always do when you want to plan a new production chain, especially a complicated one like electronics. Because if we look at electronics, what's all in there? Well, you start with electronics, cool. You need electronic components, plastic, mechanical components, got it. Then electronic components also need plastic, steel, and chemicals. Okay. Then you have to look at, you need the plastic factory, which also needs chemicals, oil, and power. Okay. And then chemicals needs pretty much a little bit of everything. And, well, then you still need steel, and that needs coal and iron, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. So I wanted to make a little effort on figuring out what exactly I needed. This is what I came up with. And I hope you can read this. This is the production chain. It's less complicated than I expected, but it's more complicated than I assumed in the beginning. I'm just going to move this one over here a little bit, and then we can actually see it. This is a one-day production to make 100% of electronics, which is 3.1 tons of electronics. And you may remember the last report was talking about this. This number is not static. So keep that in mind. For that number, we need, well, this stuff, all of this stuff. In the end, if you play vanilla, you need a single building of everything, even of the steel mill, because mechanical components, you don't need to produce a lot, but you still need it. So you need one full steel mill, otherwise you can go smaller in the mods. And then the coal and iron, you probably only need one of each to run the steel that you need for mechanical components, but may as well max it out because you could. What we do need is at least 5 chemical plants, maybe even 6, to max this out to make all of this work. And then you need several oil derricks until you make 33 tons of oil a day. So that's our production chain. It's not complicated. It was just interesting for me to make this. I highly encourage you guys to do the same thing to figure out your, not min-max, but at least figure out what things you need to do. So how about we get to it? Yeah, that sounds great. You can go away, train, because this is going to take a while. And yes, we will play at single speed for quite some time because frame rate and stuff. If I do have time, if we don't run into the garbage update, assuming all of this blows over, if we don't run into the garbage update too soon, I would like to try a different take on what I did here. I'm not gonna lie, it has totally to do with what Dennis showed in one of his videos, but I think it's an interesting approach because we have so much more of the map left over. And that was another request that I think Jan had that request for me to do next. So I'm going to see if we can make that actually happen. But for right now, that's not our focus. Where should we put electronics? I thought about that a little bit. Honestly, I would like whatever I do to be connected to the main line, which means I can't just go tunneling through here. That would totally work, but only for passenger trains. We wouldn't be able to get our cargo trains in there as well. So there's a little sliver right here that I can use where I can actually get tunnels down and around here. They're not going to be pretty, but I can make it happen. So I know that I can connect to this piece. So this is the area that I have available. I'm going to put some contour lines on that I have available to make things happen. And honestly, this one I may just want to fill in. Do I have excavators nearby or something nearby that lets me do something here? Nope. Wow, there, of course. It's so close. It's so close, but no cigar. And those may even be the excavators that we have sitting there. So that's honestly, no. It's going to take forever to fill this in. I don't think I actually need it because the space is really big. Electronics industries. Normally I would have said go from the back and just fan out, like figure out what your ratios are and then build the buildings that way. We already know that we need one building of everything but 5 to 6 chemical plants to run to make all of this work. So in this case, I'm actually going to start with chemical plants, and I have a little plan for this. There's a good flat area right here that I want to use. But I would actually like to do some grid behavior. The only problem is the grid right now runs this way, and I would like to have the whole setup run this way. So you can totally make that all work on the grid, but I'm going to cheat just a little bit because I would like this to actually look pretty. I don't know why, but I want this to look pretty. Pretty enough. That's all debatable. Chemicals. Get over here. Chemical plant, we're just going to go vanilla. Yes, there are humongous chemical plants available for as mods, and totally use them if you're into them. There's no shame in that at all. I just want to make it work with this. What all do we need? All of these things, really. And yeah, I'll just show you what I have planned, and I'll try to talk through this. The actual chemical plants can face each other like this because I would like to use trucks for there's a bunch of stuff that goes in the middle, but we can move oil and gravel via conveyors. That's not necessarily worth the investment, but I like it to make it more industrial. We're not going to use forklifts for this one, even though forklifts in this situation are pretty good, but I think we can use trucks instead. So what I'm going to do is set this one up like so, two next to each other. Then I want my road cargo station to connect these two, probably here. I don't know if this is my favorite position, but I also have to worry about where the oil connections are going to be. That's important. So that one can pop there. I think that's good. Now we can do a couple different things. I want to try to just clone this to the other side. Yes, but it doesn't snap to the grid, which is a problem. So that's not going to happen. We're going to do the same thing 6 times total. Okay, that's just the first part. And now the complicated thing. The complicated piece was fitting in, or is going to be fitting in the conveyors, even if I lift them up like this, because I would like to be able to run roads underneath them. So having them like this should work and give me enough flexibility, I think. But I also need a connection on one side for the gravel to come in, which apparently I'm using this side, and that's fine. I just have to put the other 2 chemical plants somewhere as well. And then don't forget, we also need plastics later on. And it appears I already made a mistake. I put these conveyor belts facing the wrong way because I can't get the road connection from them. So let's do that again. I may just put them on this side. EE is where you can get the bigger conveyors. You can also go through the actual menu to select those. But EE to select the higher conveyors. This one should be fine. Get one there. Get one here. Make sure that we can get some road at least out of here. If it doesn't come out straight, that's okay. It just has to work. There you go. So that's the first round. And I think what I want to do is I want to cap these off with more chemicals. Effectively the same scenario, same setup, but looking the other way. So let's try that. Okay, so far so okay. Now I just have to find a way to actually wiggle this thing in here that connects everything that we care about. EE to go up again. That looks good. Let's turn the grid back on. Yes. Almost. The only thing I don't like is that connection doesn't look right. I want this one instead, and then I can buy this. So this is all for chemicals. Just 6 of them, and this is built so that I can, well, use it later on. I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's pretend like we want to build all of this. Very cool. Then let's turn off the grid, because I don't really like the grid all the time. So we turn that off. Give me the cloning tool, and then I will actually place this in the location that I actually want it, and I hope most of the items are transferred. Obviously, I have not moved, or I have not placed anything that is related to oil yet. That's something that I'm sure will happen eventually. But if I put you... And honestly, I only did this because the grid lines are not running the way that I want to use them. So this, I think, is okay. We're just going to call that good. Let's check how all our connections are. Everything looks like it survived. That's good. So we can get rid of all this. Remember, shift, bulldozer, drag means you don't have to confirm every building to demolish every building that you want to demolish. Nice. Cool. That's there. Another thing that we obviously need is an aggregate storage for some gravel. We don't need a ton of gravel, but we need enough gravel to, well, you know, do the thing. Let's turn you around like so. Need the road connection somewhere. I thought I wanted it the other way, but no, I do want it here because the road to all the conveyor belts is also here. So we have that one there. Then we need an unloading station. Tracks up maybe enough for this one to run, but nah, now we have 6 that have to... 6 buildings, six of these guys consume 3/4 of a ton of gravel. Let's call it 1 ton of gravel. 6 tons per day times 30 days. Eventually it adds up. It's not going to be a lot, but it's not going to be a little either. So I just want to be able to use trains, not that we really need them. Train aggregate unloading, flip you around again, and then just make you connect somewhat reasonable. I actually, if I would like 2 conveyor belts connected here, but I don't want to go at really weird angles. So I guess we're just going to leave that. That's fine. That's our gravel input. Cool. We can put the oil input right next to it. Same thing. Actually, oil we need a little more because plastic also needs oil. And that is probably our next product. The first thing that we should probably do is put a normal road in here. And by normal, I mean just some connection that's not completely ridiculous. I want to have trains driving here. So I don't want to put a road connection there. That also makes me think that this road connection is indeed looking the wrong way. So flip you again like this and keep the road connection on this side. That makes me happy. That looks fine. Yes. Those can all get connected. We obviously need connections up here as well. Maybe it can do it from that connection. I like that. I'm going to do something similar here. Just like that look a little better. Yep, there you go. Cool. And then you can connect this because it's close. It's pretty close. I'm happy with that. And that doesn't mean much. That's fine. Cool. We have this one done. The next thing that we need is plastic. Because plastic will consume most of the chemicals that we're producing. 3 tons of chemicals per day. But we only need 1 of these, which is nice. Where shall we put you? I am not certain, but it would be helpful to give this one a good connection to some rail. Because there needs to be a warehouse connected to this, and that's what we're gonna do. So if I put you here, I'm putting you somewhere in a range where I can put a train station right here that hopefully connects to everything that we care about. And I may even be able to do everything via normal footpaths and not underground paths. I would like that. Underground paths are nice, but if I have to abuse them, they just become less nice over time. So that should work. Give me a warehouse. I'm a big fan of using actual warehouses and then connecting them to cargo stations if I really have to. That's not always the case, but sometimes it definitely is. We have this option or this option. I think I like this as long as you connect, and you do. And then we can use the other cargo station that lines up like this to get everyone on the same page. Do I care to flip you? I might, yes. This feels nicer. Okay, do that. It's not like we're gonna have a lot of trucks bringing stuff in there, but that should all be fine. Get you. F4 to get rid of that. Would really like to have. Oh, I saw it. I saw it for just a second. It's not perfect, but it gets me there. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to connect the other things later on. So there we have a rail connection, which will be very important. I'm a big fan of running full rail connections in general. And this rail connection that we have here will be one directional. So you come in one way and you exit the other way. That should be pretty clear, but we're going to come somewhere from here. Don't know exactly where we're coming from yet, but just as a reminder for myself, F4 again to turn the snapping on, otherwise that's not going to work. Right side in, left side out. Cool. That seems to work just fine. And we have all of this stuff over here to actually have some more farming or whatever else we want to put in there, which will be really, really neat. So let's continue. I do feel like I need to put the roads in here. Why do I feel like that? Because, let's see. Not surprised. I do want to put the road in here because when I put the fuel pipes in there, and they will run underground, don't worry. When I put the fuel pipes in here, I want to make sure that we have good enough. Oh, come on, don't. There you go. That we have good enough connections to everything that nothing's really complaining. That's all I really care about. You can get a straight connection there. You should be able to lead right into that one. Don't know that we need that connection on this. Honestly, probably like this, because whatever's connected there has to be connected to the cargo station or get stuff to the cargo station, so that should make sense. Then you will be the last one. Get you right in there. Come on. There it was. I saw it. Yeah, that's as pretty as I'm going to get it. That looks fine. We obviously need a distribution office here for a lot of different reasons. I think it's just grain and chemicals that we have to move around. Is that true? Let's double check. Gravel is coming through the aggregate. Oil is coming through the aggregate. We have to move wood, crops, and chemicals. Cool. Wood, crops, chemicals. I think that warrants getting a large distribution office instead of a small one. I thought a small one would be sufficient, but not anymore. So put that somewhere in this area, and this is just responsible for this industry out here. That feels good. Now you, before I forget, have to also connect to something, and I think that just means this is going to be a little asymmetric. That's actually not bad. A little asymmetric, get you in there, and now everyone has exactly what they need, which is awesome. We can also put a nice little fire station here if we really care. But this should work just fine. Cool. What's next? Oh, oil. The oil thing. Yes, liquids. Where should my dump go? Where should my storage go? This feels like a pretty easy place to put it. I would just like the outputs to go to the other side. So let's turn that around with T, connect that there, and that feels fine. Oil loading and unloading. Way overkill with this one. I'm going to push it all the way up here simply because this will be they will enter from the left. So I would like the train that's going to be too long for this to just stick out in the right direction a little bit and not block the next junction. That should be good. Pretty sure this one has a pump. Does it have a pump? I should know this. I should just know this. This is using power, which makes me think you are a pump. This is using pumping harbor. I think it. Pretty sure this is a pump. Trains will be able to unload there. So let's just get some underground piping, like this. F3 for underground, and then go there. There's probably something to be said to unload with 2 pipes instead of 1, but I'm not sure that we're going to have that volume where that really matters. So we're just going to put that there. And then we figure out how many oil connections we need. We need 6, 7 oil connections right here. Underground pumping station. Yes, 1 in, 3 out. That sounds great. I wouldn't mind if all of them are over here and they just connect. Actually, I have this room. Why not use this? No good reason why not to. So put that one there. Put another one here. Cool. That is 4. And then the last one just has to be over here. Could totally do all of these options. I'm not sure that I like, really love or hate any of these. So I guess this is it. Cool. More pipes, this time underground. First pump goes there. You can connect here. You can connect here. Yes, we need water as well. that is definitely a thing. You can connect there. You can connect there. I'm not going to fight it on how it wants to place those connections. Oh, I actually thought I was already good on the pumps. But obviously I'm not. Now can I put another pump here? If I don't flip you, that's the wrong type. I need this one. If I don't manipulate you, can I fit you underneath this conveyor belt? I probably can fit you in here. I'm not convinced. Oh, I may actually get you through here. Not like that. There is a way to get through here, but I'm not sure I'm gonna get a road connection for the thing that matters. You remember what one of the main things that I always preach is for playing this game? Give yourself space. Never make something on a tight area. And what is the number one thing that I always do in most of my playthroughs? Not give myself enough space. That's not doing what I wanted to do here. So do I want to angle you? Or do I not want you to run right here? Shouldn't be this hard of a discussion or conversation. So I'm going to put it there. And then I'm going to rerun the pipes here just a little bit. What did someone say? Shift, string, does the whole thing? Apparently not. Maybe not anymore. What is this? Oh, that's connected to that. Take that pipe back, and then I think what I'm going to do is actually flip this one around. I think that will look a little nicer. F3, this guy, pumps, that one comes out that direction, this one can come out this direction. I don't have to be above ground, that's just weird. Yeah, I think this is a little better. It allows a little better flow for the pumps. F3, yep, that's fine. You can come over here. You connect there, you connect here, and then this one, clearly it's just the last piece in the puzzle. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind having a couple pipes sticking out here and there because that just means it's an industrial area. And that's exactly what they're supposed to do here. So that is fine. And what am I forgetting? Water. I should do water right now because I will not remember it the right way later. I have 6 guys, 6 things that want water. Okay, but I also need water for workers here. I could use water from the city if I have an open connection somewhere. Apparently there's some stuff here that's not being built yet. Very interesting. Let's address that. Yeah, that sounds great. There's a water tower right here. We can probably almost, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can use this one because we don't have a population that prohibits that. So I don't have to worry about drinking water supply, I just have to worry about normal water supply. Normal water supply, we have a couple ways here. This one, not the water switch. I need the well or the surface. 150 cubic meters. That is a lot. If I put you far enough away from where my pollution will be, I feel like that's actually going to work. Let's see, I want you somewhere here. That'd be really cool if I can actually see what you're complaining about. There you go. Getting a little water inlet here for 150 cubic meters, and that will solve all the problems over there. Those are the only places that actually need water. We could use a normal pumping station, but I don't know that that's necessary if we can use this one, because this one doesn't even use power, which is great. So let's put a pump. Pump. Water substation, no. Small pump, big pump, yes. I don't build small pumps. They are not worth it. They're not what you think they should be, and they cause trouble. Let's put you out here. I'm doing that because I would like to have a water tower. I don't need a big water tower for this, just a small one is fine. A small water tower right on the outside of it. Okay, that's fine, right next to the oil. What could possibly go wrong? Get us a couple quick water connections like so and like so. Very nice. F3, yep, everything is underground. Looks great. And now we can just use a couple switches to actually connect these. And the water has to go in here. So here we can probably do it nicely. Put one there. Put one here. And then put the last one out here. And honestly, normally I don't even worry about splitting high. Let's just make the connections with the big pipes. Normally I don't even worry about high quality water and low quality water. I just throw it all together, but in this case I feel like it makes enough sense. Now we only need 10 cubic meters a day, so the small pipe is more than sufficient for this. It will just get built a little faster than the other things. So building in the way. Is that pump just blocking you completely? I'm gonna go with probably yes. It's not surprising, but there's only so far down I can go with this. So, okay. Hold on. I'm not gonna give up on this just yet. Can I? Oh, water pipes are just underground. Never mind. I thought I can maybe make this an above ground water pipe, but that's not a thing. So, get you there. Not plumbing. This time it's just pipe. Move you out of the way a little bit. Move you all the way out of the way. There you go. And then take you back just a little bit that way. And you take you back a little more. Then connect our water quick so that problem doesn't happen again. How about we do just this at the same time? Cool. That all looks fine. Back to our oil. Back to our underground pump. Can you just exist here? Oh, there's a little bit, I don't know if you saw that, but there's a conveyor belt right behind us. That's what's blocking us. That may be good enough. Get you connected. Yes, get you connected, clearly. This one obviously is fine. And then you just back to there. Cool, some underground piping. Almost done. I'm saying almost because we still need sewage. Pretty much every industry that takes in water to produce something will spit out sewage. The only exception is concrete plant, because you put the water in the cement and then it becomes concrete. Should make sense, right? In this case, that's not so. And you can't, I don't think you can pick up industrial wastewater via the sewage tank. So this is what we're gonna do. Sewage switch. Yes, there's 1, 2 there. Where do I run this? Where do I run this? This may be okay. Put that one there. Put this one here. And there is a chance, part of me thinks maybe, just maybe, I will connect my actual sewage to these sewage switches as well. But I'm not certain about that just yet. I want to make sure that I can get all the footpath connections that I need. These don't have to be gravel, but I would like them to be gravel. That looks fine. Then sewage pipes. Because we only have small ones in, we should only need small ones out. I am assuming that we're slightly going downhill. Otherwise, there's a problem. And I am not scared to use... There we go. I'm not scared to use... what are they called? These sewage pumps, if I have to. That should be fine. Get one more in there. I am surprised how smooth this is all going. Okay, so far, and now obviously the last thing is actually dropping off the sewage here, but I can't do that because I don't have excavators anywhere near this, so that's just going to be a little bit down the road, because I'm not going to be able to place this. I need a smaller version of that, and then I can maybe make that happen. What am I missing? Wood. We're not delivering any wood into this area whatsoever right now. I think I would like to solve that problem by utilizing something we already have. I was thinking I was going to use the warehouse to actually pick things up, but now seeing this, I may use the warehouse as the pass-through and a cargo station as a pickup drop-off. What does that mean? I will show you momentarily. Put the cargo station there. That looks good. Put the open storage. We do not need a large open storage here. I just want a large open storage. Hope that makes sense. This is not going to work because you're not lining up the way that I want you to. I would like you to line up the rails, and they can be really close together. There's no need for these to be very far apart because I just want a train to drive through here. So this becomes my drive-through, or my through lane. Maybe that's what it's called. Maybe that's a better name. Let's name it that. Cargo station, yes. I would like you to play along nicely with that as well as this. That's good. Now we can drop off the... That's not going to work as nice as I wanted it to because the road connection is here. I'm not 100% sure that we can use that road connection, but if I want... There's nothing that prevents me from using this. Where do I get my logger? Where are my logger trucks going to go? Is really all this is about. Should they go here or should they go somewhere else? I think... Oh, I don't have excavators here. And we're almost on water level. Otherwise, I was thinking maybe I can do an underpass for the rail and put another connection somewhere over here, but that's not going to do it either. I do want this one connected. I would like this one connected to the wood storage, but that's not going to happen. We could park a train for wood in one of these units, and I think trucks can actually pick up from there. I'm not certain that that's what I want to do. The other option is that trucks just go here. There is a little bit of room here that we could have a little bridge running over all of this, but I'm not sure that's really worth it. So I think what we're going to end up doing is utilize this. Let's get me a nice straight piece of track. Trucks will just have to turn around there, and that's fine. May as well use this as the de facto road connection right there. That is quite okay. Now, let's see. I would like to use that connection that I made earlier that was a little complicated. F4 to get rid of this. There you go. There you go here, and then you pop in there. Cool. Now we get our wood from right there. It's not the perfect connection, but I think it is fine for what we need here. Good. Now we have everything. We have... Nope. We don't technically have grain yet, but grain is something that I probably want to do from here because we need more grain, period. And, well, I think we just need a grain storage somewhere. And that is not hard to set up. That is not hard to set up at all. Let's get a shared warehouse. I do want you to have some type of rail connection, like that. I don't think that I ever want to pick up from there directly, but I want to be able to pick up from there if I really wanted to at some point. So we're just going to keep that. I think I like this cargo station better here. Am I giving myself absolutely no room to do anything? No, this may be okay. Not doing exactly what I wanted to do, but... Oh, perfect. That works. So that one's connected. Then this can just be my... This is my through station, or my through lane. You should be able to get right in here. Beautiful. You, F4, to get back into snapping. I would just like you... Oh yeah, that's great. So now there's whatever we have to drop up here can just go through there. That is great. This should really just connect straight back in here. That should be fine. That should be fine. Give me a little extra room and then crossing right here. That should work. Yeah, that is all connected. Beautiful. Now we need a connection to the other side. And as I said, I would like to have some farm business going on over there. So I need a connection that way. I'll also need a connection this way. I'm not going to need a triangular junction right here, I don't think. So that should be good. Then a little bit of rail in here. Oh. Always give yourself a little bit of room to put some signals later on, and then you should be good to go. Like this one. Similar location. There you go. That feels fine. This rail can actually connect straight to what's going on over here. Doesn't have to do anything fancy. These are the ones that have to be fancy. So let's make you... So now we have oil coming in, we have gravel coming in, we have crops being produced out here. Once I get to that, we have wood coming in here. We have chemicals and plastic probably being stored here. So all of that is good. And I don't think we have anything else left over for chemicals. Chemicals is done. Plastics is done. Just needs oil mostly and chemicals. So that's all good. Where do I put a passenger station? Good question. That's the only reason why I'm building this all first, because I wanted to be able to have passengers get here easily, at least easy enough. I think right there is good. Now I just have to make sure we can't go, well, I could go for here with an overpass. Overpasses I don't hate. Have you connected there? Have you connected? All right, there we go. Now we're talking. Have you connected there? Nice snake. And here, that one connects. Not worried about anything over here. Now you just have to run parallel to our sidewalk or our road. And that should be fine. I don't think that will cause any issues. I am not able to do that at this point. 300 meters, that should be totally fine. Yeah, I clicked the wrong button there, but I'm glad that the save just saved me, literally. Now that one is fine. How long is this one? This may be our really longest connection. 400 meters. This one I may have to readjust and actually have to go through here and put an overpass in, and then they can connect there straight away. But maybe not. We'll see how good or bad that is. We can also do some diagonal paths here instead of straight paths. That will also shorten the distance. I think that is something we can be sure of that will definitely happen. So how about we take that out, get you connected like this. And then you should be fine, I think. We were only a couple meters off, so that should be doable. But that's the first part. Cool. Let's get our rail connections, at least a way to get out of here. So if this is just passenger rail, I don't think it is outlandish to think you should connect here. Don't hate it. That's great. How about you? Nope, don't trust that I can get a signal where I want it there. Get you in there, get you in here. You actually right there is probably a pretty good spot. It's not perfectly straight. I think we'll be okay. It is a little swerve, but it's doable, I think. I think that's totally usable. So that should all be fine. And that is our plastics and chemicals setup. Now at this point we have plastics here that have to be transported somewhere. Okay. That's the wrong piece of setting. Chemicals can come down from where they are over there. Really? F4 again. Just let me do the thing. That's really all I want you to do. Chemicals can come from, plastics can come from there, and now we can concentrate on the other industries. What do we have left? Really not a lot. We need electronic components, plastics, got it. Chemicals also come from there. And then steel, okay. There's something to be said that we could put this plastic factory closer to where the electronics components are, which I may actually do. I may actually like that better, because plastics and chemicals are two things that are already at the plastics factory. You just need oil in addition to that, and this one needs steel to function. I may move the plastic. Yeah, no, I think that is totally in the cards, and I can actually flip around the wood storage and make my life a little easier there. So, what do I want here? I want you. You can look that way. You're my start. You need to share steel. Let's do, I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this. I don't know if you can tell. I can. I would like to share steel and plastic. So let's set up this one. Put a warehouse in between. That warehouse has to really hold a lot. And I would like that warehouse to have access to rail. It's not completely, absolutely necessary, but it's something that would be nice. So, plastics and chemicals, okay. I'm humming out loud. I'm humming out loud because, well, we could just treat this as this is just chemicals to make everything work, and we're never going to have that many chemicals where we can actually have a lot of left over for our own production, because chemicals that we're producing here is barely enough for everything that we care about. So maybe we don't need a rail connection, but that's not how I build. That's not how I build anything. So what we're going to do instead is put the rail connection out there. Is this going to work? If I put you here, maybe it's going to be fine. That road connection is not going to stay where it is. If I put you there, we can now get rail through this. Let's get rid of our road that we have here, because I don't know what I want to do with you yet. Give me some cargo station. Some cargo station business. I would like to have a cargo station connected to this, but it has to make enough sense. If this means that this road is just in the way, because we can move, we can move everything over, really. The rail is the last piece that's really in the way. The rail could also be elevated, then we could have a cargo station on this side. Can it really be elevated? No, not really, because, well, we can run... There's so many options. There are so many options here of what to do and what not to do. I think the right thing to do, because we're not going to add a lot of buildings on that side, is to get a simple cargo road station in here. Actually have the road run here like I did show before. And these can connect here, and you can go right there. So now we have that connection. Then give me the warehouse. Flip you around so I have the road connection on that side. That should be fine. Just makes it a little easier for me to actually get that connection going. Then we can put the electronics and plastics factory on the outsides of this. So let's see, wrong buttons. Electronics can go on one side. Don't hate this. Give me a quick check. Can this fit? Too long? Not too long. Perfect. So electronic components go there. Plastic can go on the opposite side. Still needs fuel, but nothing else really. We're getting a little further away from the passenger station that I have sitting over there, but not too far just yet. We're just getting too far. That's fine. We could. If I do this, what is this footpath? How long is this footpath? If I go from there to there, 130, just 260 meters. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That should be fine. With that in mind, I will even make these two road pieces line up, and then that is pretty. There you go. Kind of lined up. Yep, close enough. Close enough. You are not going to go there. You're going to go over here. Just follow the rail bed a little bit. That's good. That's good. Connect there. Thank you. You just go in here. Would you please? Do I have F4? Yes. That's fine. Now that is connected. Now we have plastics and electronic components here. Electronic components still need other things though. You have plastics and chemicals now. They're already in that warehouse, so that's good. And you need steel. You don't need a lot of steel, but you need enough of steel like before. And the steel has to be shared with the mechanical components factory. So our only real connection is right here. So I guess that's what we're going to put it. Which then just means we have to have an underground passenger connection or like a footpath, but that's not the end of the world. We'll put you here. We'll see how this looks when it's done, because I'm not convinced yet that this is my favorite way to go, but it's definitely a starting point. Just trying to make it stupidly compact, because anything else will just be not my style. So I could put you here, but I can't. They have to face both the same direction. Okay. In that case, can I put the mechanical components factory further up? What do we need mechanical components for? They have to go into electronics, right? Yeah, this guy needs mechanical components. The electronics factory doesn't. So keeping them on two separate sites is not bad. If the rail connection will be in the middle, this will be easy, but it's not in the middle. So part of me says you can just put just a simple rail cargo station in the middle, and then the trains can just unload the steel there whenever they feel like it. Yes, but the steel storage inside these buildings is, well, 40 tons. That is technically enough for 2 days. Practically, it's more than that because we're never going to use that many mechanical components. So that could work. What about inside electronics? You have 15 tons of steel, so that's 7 days. Actually, a cargo station here is not the worst option. I may just have to set up a dedicated train to make this run. Which, not the end of the world, but all of these trains are small anyways. So that could be an option. We could also make this work via truck. Where would we get the steel? The steel will be parked right here because wood is already full. And if we do that, this becomes a lot easier. A lot easier. I think what I'm going to do is, well, mechanical components, electronic components. We could store mechanical components in there. That would be great. And they just have to be delivered there. Since we just need steel, up here would maybe be the best connection. If I flip this around anyway, it's like, ooh. Yeah, if we take plastic out of this. There are so many options to do this. Why is this so nice to do? Let's see here. What else do we need? We need electronics. This is the reason why we're building all of this. If I put electronics here, then I have to triple check what they actually need. You need electronic components, warehouse. You need mechanical components, warehouse. You need plastics, warehouse. All of that comes from the warehouse, so this is perfect if I put you right here. Okay. What is the problem with this? A problem is the footpath connection that we have currently. It may be a little too far away from everything that we want to do. We could move it all over there. What is a footpath look like if I put it right here? I need just something, metro entrance stairs. That sounds good. You can come out here. Yes. And then give me a pedestrian tunnel. Yeah, tunnels above terrain at some stage. That is the whole point of this. If I put you there, and then give myself a little bit of a footpath to connect to here, what is my total distance now? Is effectively, let's see, take that away. Okay, it goes from there to there to there to there to there. It's 230 meters, and then out to here, 300 meters out to here, 350 meters. This totally works. Totally works, actually. So that should be fine. That road connection, yeah, even with that road connection, it should be okay. With that in mind, this electronics components factory electrical, this guy can probably point this direction. Can I wiggle a factory connection like this? I can. It's just a little too long. Was worth a try though, right? I think this should work. There you go. This one should be fine. It just makes the connection a little shorter. So now that warehouse over there became a high value location. I don't hate it. I don't, well, I still need steel here, but the amount of steel that I need for that one is so small that it may not matter. How much do you store? 15 tons, yeah. We can bring that in by truck, which will be a relatively long distance to drive, but only have to do it every once in a while, so that may be okay. Bringing that down there, that looks good. Bringing this down here, that looks good. Yeah, bringing a truck there to drop off stuff. That could also get a cargo setup, cargo station, but we probably don't need it because it's a long process. So now we almost have the production chain all done. What do I still need? I still need, because this is now where we have our electronic components, this has to connect to something useful. F4 to snap, that looks good. Going through that connection there is actually not a bad place to be. Get that connection here, that looks fine. And then you are effectively on your way out already. Let's do this. I think that would make sense. And you will just try to, no, go the other way. Go the other way. We'll just try to get you on here. That looks fine. All of that is connected. So the only thing we really have left is I need to get oil from the pump up there to this building, which is not the end of the world because that means I can get rid of that. I can get rid of a lot of stuff here. And I don't actually need anything extra. And I don't think that I need too long. I do need something. I have too much stuff going on over here. Okay, give me another piece of pipe. Like this one. Looks good. I know I'm getting into the don't overthink it too much now stage, but I think that is adequate at this point. Sure, that's fine. You can go there and life is good. You get your oil and you should be happy. Now bulldozer, get rid of this. Get rid of this because now everything really flows into this guy. And there is a question of, is that actually big enough? I don't know. If it's not big enough, I can put an extra distribution hub out here to export the rest of the things, and then it will just work. So take that one back, take this one back. That feels good. What's that white stripe? Oh, that's the fuel line, not oil line that I just ran through there. Cool. So far so good. I would still like to use this bypass. I'm not sure that we really need this guy anymore, but it's probably going to be helpful. Let's get me the mechanical components factory with a side that has most of the connections is probably there. Don't hate it. Then get me an open storage again. Medium, very nice. Flip you, so I have the rail on the outside. Yeah, nothing I do is gonna make this work. Nothing I do is gonna make this work if I want a bypass here. If I don't want a bypass, it's gonna be super easy, but then I don't need the big open storage. I just put a small open storage here, and then we are golden. Am I tempted to do that? A little bit. I am a little bit tempted to do this. Well, I still need wood and the other stuff. So let's see here. Trying to think. I can't put it any way where this, where the open storage itself will be able to connect to the storage. The rail goes through where it is. Unless I put it really far away and then the rail can't go over. Yeah, I can't make this connection without either using a truck somewhere or a bridge somewhere. Okay, here's what I think. Because this open storage will have to supply steel and wood for multiple places, it is not worth making me worry about a train here. What I may have to do is actually move all of this back a little bit because you're a little close right now. So take you back. So we're not going to have a train through line right here, but I think that is something I can totally live with. Get you connected. Nice. Get you out, get you out, get you out. So what we're going to do is start with the cargo station. Sure, we'll do this one first, and that can be, this feels like an appropriate place. You go there. Very good. Then open storage medium. Yes, I would like, give me a little extra room. That's important here. I'll show you why. Go get mechanical components factory. Make sure that you actually connect to that that free factory connection right now. This one. Perfect. That's what it's gonna do, then we have other problems, but let's try this again. If we put this back a little bit, maybe that's gonna be more cooperative. There you go, I saw it. If this is what it takes, then that's fine. I don't mind having a little extra runway for the road. That needs to happen here. Go you there, and now that should be relatively quick. Now you still have to get out of here. Very good. Cargo station can just connect to the same piece. Make that work. It's always too many little nuances that don't just work right away. There you go. He actually gave me a straight connection there. That's nice. And then you can come down here. Just right into that road. That feels fine. Now this one can just connect there. Obviously it doesn't have any footpath connections because that would be too easy. Get you in there, so it should be direct enough and close enough. I'm pretty sure it's close enough. Let's see here. You go from here to, excuse me, autosave. Here to there, to here, to there, to here, to there. 320 meters. Yeah, that's totally fine. So that is done. This one needs to go. You're not as smooth as it could be, so we can fix that. Smooth train rides. If you can, make it happen. And here, it's one of those where I can decide, well, I would like to have a bypass still, and then you can just go on the outside of this, and that's an option. It's always an option. How about we don't use the inside track to make this work? We'll use the outside track. You go there, and then you go in here. That works for me. There's a little bit of open space there, but that is not a problem. We have all the connections that we would ever want. Cool. They're all connected. This is all connected. Yeah, no, this should be fine. Electronics come from here. The only thing I don't have is an actual water connection, like a real water connection and a power connection. Both of those are currently MIA, but that's not the end of the world. I can totally put a tunnel in here. I've done that off screen already just to try it out, so that should work. And yeah, I think this is our electronics campus where everything gets built. I still need a steel mill, and I still need to figure out where I get coal and iron and that stuff from, but that's a good start, right? I hope so. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this season will continue for quite a while longer, because every once in a while I get some ideas, and I think I have some ideas right now that I would like to deal with. So, see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.